and PS. Yes, so I guess we'll be starting this introduction of IEEE and PS Day with Mr. Taha. I will leave the word to you.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. So, just a second. First, I would like to welcome you all and thanks for coming here. As you can all see here on the slide, me and my partner Nada, we will be mainly talking about the PS and PS Day 2022. So I hope you enjoy it. So first, we're going to introduce what is IEEE PS. It's really important for us as the industry professionals to ensure that the future of this industry can. And 10 to like 15 years, there has say that I
have no sound or voice.
Yes, there is no sound.
Apparently, Mr. Taha has some technical issues, some issues with connection and all that. We could be waiting a few minutes until he fixes the problem. So, yes, we'll just wait a few. So Taha will be joining us in 2 seconds. So he'll be coming. Sorry for the inconvenience. Everybody has some connection problems. So don't worry, he'll be coming. And yeah.
Just a second, and I will share my screen again. Sorry for the technical issue. So everyone can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start again, and sorry again for the technical issue. First, again, I would like to welcome you all and thanks for coming. As you know, you can see here on the slides, me and my partner Nada, we will be mainly talking about the PS and the PS Day 2022. So let's start. What is IEEE PS? It's really important for us as the industry professionals to ensure that the future of this industry can be managed. And in the last 10 to 15 years, there has been like a rapid transformation of the industry. And we could talk to you about that, but this presentation is more about what IEEE Power and Energy Society can do for us to get to a point that we can manage the system. So we can say that IEEE is really a great platform for the new generation of engineers to enable them to manage this energy transition as much as possible. So first, let's focus on IEEE and what it can provide. IEEE is the world's largest technical professional society. It is designed to serve professionals involved in all aspects of electrical and electronic and computing fields, and also related areas of science and technology that underline modern civilization. By the early 21st century, IEEE reached over more than 400,000 members in 160 countries. IEEE served its member and their interests with like more than 49 societies and 130 journals and magazines, and also more than 300 conferences annually and 1,300 active standards. Moving on to Power and Energy Society, or as we call PS. PS is one of the technical societies under IEEE, and you can see that there are 37 other technical societies here. And IEEE has a few areas of focus, as you can see on this slide. There is membership and image and chapters, technical activities, publications, education, meeting, new initiatives, and under the technical activities also, there is the technical council, standards development, technical committees, and also coordinating committee. So there is a lot of scope for young engineers to join IEEE PS and help depending on what sort of activity they want to do. And that there is a great scope in helping IEEE PS and also through that to gain knowledge and join the vast technical network of professionals that IEEE PS provides. As we see here in the map, PS have more over than 38,000 members in 150 countries. Also, they have 259 chapters and 392 student chapters. Also, we can say that PS chapters are a great way to plug into the society in most parts of the world and to get involved. PS provide many publications. PS disseminates the latest knowledge through the serial publication of technical journals on multiple topics like energy conversion, power delivery, power system, smart grid, and sustainable energy. So also IEEE has 2 award-winning magazines called Power and Energy Magazine and also Electrification Magazine. PS have a lot of benefits. One of them is deploying significant resources for training and lifelong learning activities for their practicing engineer members. And they provide like online webinars and tutorials, on-site training and workshops, practice-oriented technical journal, and plain talk basic courses for industry novice. One of the main benefits of IEEE is that it provides a resource center, which is the database, database that showcases videos and publication and presentation slides from our IEEE PS conferences, as well as webinars, technical reports, tutorials, and more. And these materials have been prepared and peer-reviewed by professionals in the field and available for for download to IEEE members and the public, with a majority free for IEEE PS member. So you can have all these journals and webinars by visiting the IEEE PS Resource Center and going to this website. And now we go to the story behind the PS Day 2022 with my partner Nada Hamdi. So Nada, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yes, Taha.
Is there a technical issue with Nada?
No, Nada, we can't hear you.
So we can continue. I guess Nada has a technical issue. We can't hear you, Nada. Okay.
You can continue, Taha.
Okay. So let's talk about the story behind PS Day. Okay. So let's go back years in the history of power and energy society before 2008, when the name of our society was Power Engineering Society. So in 2008, specifically on the 22nd of April, the president of our association, Wanda Reader, changed its name to the Power and Energy Society, which is where the acronym PS came from. This announcement was made at the IEEE PS Transmission and Distribution Conference in Chicago, Illinois. So the reason for this name change was that the name of the Energy Engineering Society was not correct to describe the scope of interest in PS. However, we guess that the new name is more accurate in identifying areas of PS involvement, and which was launched by community in its new name since 2018, and since it has been officially celebrated as the PS Day during that month. Many events are hosted globally, including workshops and conferences and online seminars, discussion sessions, and other activities. More about PS Day goals. PS Day goals is advancing global participation educating the future workforce, and introducing the industry activity trends, also improving standards leadership and participating in irregularity initiatives. Peace Day, this year's theme is powering a sustainable future. So let's talk more about this theme. As we know, over half of the world's greenhouse gas emissions are produced by fossil fuels combustion. And the global energy sector is a major contributor, with the transportation, buildings, and industrial energy sectors leading the emissions. A clean energy transition and net zero transformation is the solution towards solving this climate change crisis and achieving collective goals and transitioning towards a secure and sustainable future. Being the society that governs the engineering aspect of energy production, we must to educate everyone on the solution and technological developments that are contributing towards reduced global warming. And that's why we choose the theme of the 5th IEEE Peace Day is powering a sustainable future. So with this theme in mind, we would like to encourage our IEEE member across the globe to help and advocate for a sustainable future powered by clean and resilient power and energy technologies. So our presentation here comes to an end. We hope that you have a clear idea about PS and PS Day. And if you have any questions, we will have a section of discussion at the end of the session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Taha, for the introduction and for the amazing presentation. We will now move swiftly to introducing each student branches, and we will start with Tunisia section.
Hello, everyone. Just a minute. You can see my presentation?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay. Welcome everyone. Before we get started, I would like to briefly introduce myself. My name is Amine Gasmi, Ambassador under Tunisia section, General Secretary at the PSSTHS Student Branch Chapter. I study Physics and Energy Bachelor at PSSTHS. So today we're gonna talk about the revolution of clean energy in Tunisia and the impact of IEEE on society. Some of the titles we'll be discussing today are country background, energy transition strategy in Tunisia, wind energy, solar energy, hydropower, and biomass, impact of PSSTHS on society. Let's take a look to Tunisia background. Tunisia is located in the northernmost Africa. Tunis as a capital, it's in the northeast of the country. The total surface area coverage of Tunisia is approximately 164,000 square kilometers. Tunisia benefits from unique climatic features, placing the country as an emerging economic hub and attractive tourist destination. The climate varies considerably from one region to another. Tunisia has very good solar radiation potential, which ranges from 1,800 kilowatt per meter square per year in the north to 2,600 kilowatt hour per meter square per year in the south. With these favorable conditions, the productivity of PV solar system in Tunisia is very high. Conventional power plants still generate 97% of power in Tunisia. However, there are plans to generate 30% of Tunisia power from renewable source by 2030. It has decided to embark on an energy transition process as a part of its with the sustainable economic and social development strategy. Tunisia energy transition is based on the implementation of an energy management strategy with the two components. The increase of energy efficiency and the development of renewable energy, such that the main targets are achieved as defined in the figure. The main objectives of this strategy developed in 2014 and updated in 2019 are as follows: strengthen policies and the measure for the rational use of energy to reduce overall primary energy consumption by 30% in 2030. Increase the share of renewable energy in the electricity production mix to reach 30% in 2030. Among the energies, and as we mentioned earlier, that Tunisia has very good solar radiation potential, in which Tunisia took advantage of this point to create the first power plant in Taha at the edge of Sahara. A low weight wall surrounds the power plant outside the city gates. Rows of solar models pointed southward cover 40 hectares of government land. The plant has been producing energy since 2019, so far at an output of 10 megawatts. It is designed to produce 20 megawatts starting in the middle of 2020, and the plans are in place to expand the plant to add battery storage. This measures will be able to cover a third of the energy demand for the city and its nearly 50,000 inhabitants. It's making an important contribution to this energy transition in Tunisia. Wind energy as well, the wind energy in which it represents the main source of renewable energy in Tunisia. This was possible through the development of a wind atlas for the entire country, as we can see in the figure. Tunisia wind map illustrates the existence of several suitable sites for wind farms. Tunisia has implemented since the 1990 a strategy to develop wind energy. During the startup phase, small power wind turbines were installed to meet the energy needs of dispersed rural households. The first wind power plant was installed in Sidi Daoud in 2009, with a total power reaching 55 megawatts and an annual energy produced of 150 gigawatt hours per year. A second plant was installed in the region of Bizerte in the north of the country on two sites located in Mitlin and Kshapta, with a power of approximately 97 megawatt and 93 megawatt respectively. They include 143 wind turbines of 320 kilowatt each. This step towards increasing the share of renewable energies in electricity production from about 3% in 2013 and increased to 30% in 2050. The Tunisian solar plans to reach an installed capacity of renewable energies in 2030 around 3,725 megawatts, including 1,700 megawatts wind power. Move on to the hydropower energy, and we can see the hydropower was the first renewable resources exploited in Tunisia through the installation of the two hydropower stations in Arussia and Nibba in 1956, with a total capacity of 18 megawatt. Its installed hydro capacity by 2018 stood at 60.6 megawatts, spread over 7 stations as shown in the table. Tunisia does not have large dams and its hydraulic energy potential is limited. We can find also as energy biomass as an renewable energy. It's one of the sources of electricity production. It's anorganic materials of a plant, animal, bacteria are used as an energy sources in order to achieve the energy transition. The Tunisia solar plan has set as an objective the creation of a biomass power generation capacity of 100 megawatt by 2030. So let's move to the second part of the presentation. The impact of IEEE on society. Let's begin by introducing our branch. The IEEE ESSTHS student branch is a student branch with a vocation for educational and associative innovation. It is a career booster hub and a sub-branch of the IEEE Tunisia section. It commenced officially activity on October 2020. Also, we are happy to announce that among 5,000 members and 32 student branch and 100 attendees in TSYP, Tunisian Section Young Professional, 9th edition in 20 and 21, we managed to finish the second place in the TSYP SAC Challenge, third in CS Challenge, third in Industry Application Society, and the fourth in WheAT Challenge. Our biggest achievement will always be reaching 250 members with 165 events all in 1 year. Some of the events we have done, as we can see here, Brighten Up the Future first and the second editions. And also Kids Paradise has really the ability to touch and leave an imprint on society, in which we support the kids in SOS, Children Village in Akuda Sus and the Gamad, Tunisia. We offered them some creative workshops. The experience was so heartwarming. The kids were so happy for spending good time learning and having fun. Also, we can see here visiting the photovoltaic center in Tozat, as we mentioned earlier. It was an informative and great sight to see the wide field of solar panels. And we worked on MATLAB on a few applications linked to the power system and how to use it in the different fields. We will work on initiatives and events to encourage sustainable energy development and the dissemination to our society. This is the sources. I hope you have benefited, and thank you for listening. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can visit our social media or contact me, and thank you guys.
Thank you, Amine, for your presentation. And now we'll be moving to University of Bahrain branch.
Thank you.
How are you all? Can you see and hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I will share my screen now. Okay, I would like to welcome you again all. Let me remove this. I am Khaled Ahmed, Bahrain BSD Ambassador. In this presentation, I will talk about renewable energy in Bahrain. Okay, first of all, I would like to present the Bahrain vision and goal. Actually, Bahrain as a country has a special vision which is called Bahrain's Vision 2030. And this set that outlines measures to protect the natural environment, reduce carbon emissions, minimize pollution, and the most important thing is promote sustainable energy. And actually Bahrain has a target, which is in 2025, they want to have 5% of electricity from renewables. And they want to double this percent to 10% in 2035. Now, I will talk about the achievement of Bahrain in sustainable energy. First of all, the most important thing is the Bahrain World Trade Center. Actually, it used 3 wind turbines, as you see in the picture, in the center. And this turbines has generate 1,200 megawatts of the electricity. And this wind turbine has two rewards. The first one is best use of technology within a large scheme. And then the World Award, Sustainable Design Award. Next is Batilco Solar Park. Batilco actually is a telecommunication company in Bahrain, is a local one, and it has the first one who install the energy system that produce clean energy. And this park actually produce 1,600 megawatt hour. The next one is Solar Tech Green Energy Factory. And this company is established before 3 years and actually is open 2021. So it's really 1 year ago. And this factory actually has a production capacity of 80,000 panels per year. The next one, I want to talk about the University of Bahrain. Actually, it has 4 renewable energy labs. And this opened in 2019 with collaboration with the University of Loughborough, United Kingdom. And this laboratory are actually bioenergy research lab, solar panel inspection lab, renewable energy and metallurgical teaching lab, and the last one is renewable energy system lab. Next, actually, the solar system is used in street lights, as you see in the picture, and it's used also in solar and carports. Especially in Babco. The Babco is the first Bahraini plutonium company, and it has produced 2.7 megawatt. Next, actually, the Babco also built BIV, which is Building Integration Photovoltaics, and it has 36 panels and has produced 240 watt peak. This is my reference from where I took the information. Now I would like to present my colleague Najla Ahmed, who is the IEEE UOB Student Branch Chair. You have the mic.
Thank you very much, Khaled. First, is my voice clear?
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
Greetings, everybody. Today, I'll briefly talk about the IEEE UOB Students Branch. To start with, next, please. I'd like to show you some historical highlights of the IEEE in Bahrain. In 1986, first, the University of Bahrain was established, and the UOB, which is the University of Bahrain, has 2 campuses. The first is in Isa town, and it's only for engineering, and the second is in Sakhir. After that, in 1994, the first IEEE student branch was established at UOB Isa town by Dr. Raida Al-Alawi. And in 2021, the IEEE Bahrain section was established by Professor Isa Gambar. And in 2017, the second UOB students branch was established in Sakhir. And in 2020, the first UOB ComSec, which is Communication Society, branch chapter was established. And at the present time, we have merged the both UOB branches, which are the Isa town and Sakhir, into one branch. Now, I'll show you some of the activities during the last year, 2020, 2021. And to begin with, as you all know, that year we were during the pandemic, so most of the places were closed. Therefore, most of our events were online, like the first one, the after graduation career life. We focused on enhancing the students' knowledge about the future engineering careers. Moreover, we focused on helping the first year students to have the best experience within their college journey by hosting induction day with the help of our department doctors. Moreover, we had many technical physical workshops, and some of them were in collaboration with other societies like the Women in Engineering Affinity Group of Bahrain and other university chapters like the ISA for Civil and Chemical Engineering. And there are many examples like the networking, the introduction to circuit labs, the Internet of Things workshop, the Arduino, and we made like a specific Arduino for communications, and many, many others. Now, if you wish to visit all of these and see the recordings, we actually have a YouTube channel where we uploaded most of the events recordings. And also we have our own website where we store all details of our activities during all years, not necessarily the last year. We also have our Instagram or Facebook page at IEEE. So we'll be very happy if you follow us, and we might have like a collaborative work that will be very good for both of us. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you again.
Thank you for introducing Bahrain section and all that. It was amazing. So now we'll be moving to Algeria section.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for being here today. I'm Mohamed Sari. I'm a master's student in computer engineering, and I'm an IEEE member and student branch member. So for a leading producer of natural gas and liquefied natural gas, Algeria has ambitious renewable energy and energy efficiency programs that promise to expand its energy resources and support sustainable development. The government of Algeria has committed to securing foreign investments and advanced energy technology partners to become a global competitor in the renewable energy marketplace. It has sought to expand the production of renewable resources such as solar, wind, biomass, geothermal, and hydropower as part of the implementation of its energy transition roadmap based on renewable energy development and energy efficiency promotion. To talk more about this subject and the future of Algeria in the sustainable energy field, I would like to welcome Mr. Ayman Sohaib Maddouda to talk more about it. And I would like to welcome Ayman Sohaib Maddouda, Technical Director in Shams Al Jazair, to talk more about it. Is he here?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello, everyone. First, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting us to this interesting event, and thank also the attendees online. This is Ayman Sohaib Maddouda, Technical Director at Shams Al Jazair, and I'm pleased today to present briefly the renewable energy in Algeria. One of the biggest challenges Algeria is facing is to diversify its energy sources by introducing renewable energy into its power generation and move towards a new energy model which will be sustainable and environmentally friendly. In fact, Algeria relies heavily on its hydrocarbon industry, and fossil fuels plays a major role in Algeria's energy sector and in the economy as a whole. In the recent years, Algeria has begun to diversify its energy sector through solar energy in order to increase the share of renewable energy and its power generation. But the pathway to renewable energy-based energy system still needs a strong
Amine, is there a problem?
I don't know really. Maybe his internet. We can go to Libya while we wait for him.
Okay, no problem. So let me just share the screen.
Okay.
It is clear for you now. Is it clear for you now, guys?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So welcome everyone. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Taha Mriheel, and I am PSD 2022 ambassador under the Libya subsection. Also, I'm a power engineering student at the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering at University of Tripoli. And today I'm going to talk to you about the sustainable energy in future in Libya. Here are some of the topics that we are going to cover today. First, Libya resources, and second, Libya generation overview, and last, strategic plan for renewable energy between 2018 and 2030. So first, Libya resources. Many oil-rich countries in Middle East, including Libya, are trying to diversify their economy and reduce their dependency on oil as a source of income and energy generation. So in order to develop more a sustainable and a knowledge-based economy, as we know, securing alternative resource of energy and income is becoming critically important for these countries if they wish to maintain the same standards of living for future generations and reduce pollution and carbon emission of fossil fuel. So the information currently available in the public domain regarding renewable energy in Libya indicates that Libya is rich in solar and wind energy resources. Libya also is located in the middle of North Africa with a huge area of 1,759,000 kilometers square and the long coast of length of 1,900 kilometers on the Mediterranean Sea. As we can see in the figure, 88% of Libya's area considered to be desert, where there is a high potentiality of solar and wind energy, which can be used to generate electricity, thermal, photovoltaic, and solar energy conversions. So now we talk about Libyan generation overview. Libya has invested heavily in its electricity infrastructure over the past decades. Although these investments have been directly funded by the Libyan government through its development budget, the combination of an oil-rich nation with a policy of universal electrification and a power utility with a stringent criteria on the expansion planning of its system, the result has been a robust power transmission network and ambitious undertaking of generation plant construction projects. The Libyan generation sector today is fully managed by the Chicol, who produces electricity through 15 thermal power plants, as we see here, 14% steam turbine and 48% gas turbine, and the last 38% is a combined cycle. This figure shows the transmission system in Libya, and it is fully operated by the Chicol and is composed of 16,000 kilometers of 220 kilovolt and 400 kilovolt lines. Also, if you don't know that Chicol is the general electricity company of Libya and its sole national power utility, it has been the key player planning to the Libyan investments in electricity generation. This shows the overall electricity generation, and you can see that since 2012, it's ranging between 36 and 38 terawatt hour. So this figure shows a comparison between Libya and regional peers, and we can say that compared to our regional peers, Libya is the highest per capita residential electricity consumption, and also it is the highest in share of residential consumption from total energy consumed in the country. Also, we can say that from the figure that Libya has the lowest tariff to the unit of electrical energy. So to overcome this unhealthy existing situation, we need to reform the energy sector, and reforming the sector is a long time process, includes a lot of actions. One of them is introducing renewable energy to our energy sector inside Libya. And here we come to the strategic plan for renewable energy for Libya between 2018 and 2030. But before talking about the strategic plan, we have to note the strength points of renewable energy in Libya. We have average solar radiation of 2,470 kilowatt hours per meter square per day. Also, most of the days are sunny here in Libya, and there's a lot of unused wildlands, and the network is available everywhere in the country to install on-grid renewable energy. Also, wind speed potential is proven. So here we come to the real strategic plan for renewable energy in Libya. The renewable the real strategic plan for renewable energy in Libya is to change the structure of the energy sector and energy mix by deployment of renewable energy stations. Also, to propose appropriate solutions to improve the performance of the institutions operating in energy sector. And last, to have electricity mixture produced by the end of 2030 with 22% of renewable energy generation, as we see here in this strategic plan is expected to create approximately 15,000 jobs without considering manufacturing and simply small industry jobs. The assessment of jobs that the strategic plan would create depends on a number of variables, such as whether the system is fully automated or not, the type of technology, local issues, and the jobs are talking about planning, development, design, execution, operation, maintenance, and also cleaning. And for example, in Benban, Egypt, 1.5 gigawatt PV solar system technology, it offered 14,500 jobs in Egypt. So now in Libya, we are preparing our engineers for young engineers for tomorrow by updating the curriculum of related departments and faculties, and starting path for master degree in renewable and sustainable energy in local universities. Also, training initiatives with aid of international organizations such as IRENA and GIZ and ESREE. And finally, in last year, we established the first IEEE University student branch in Libya. Last year, we celebrated the first celebration of Peace Day in Libya. Also, we organized international conferences, and there is more than 500 research papers on smart grids and renewable energy. Also, we organized a lot of industrial visits, webinars about clean energy and how to transition to them in the MENA area. Also, a lot of articles that we publish in our Facebook page and our website to help spread awareness of clean energy and reduce the emission of carbon. And finally, thank you everyone for listening. And to know more about what activities that we are doing inside our IEEE student branch, you can follow us on our Facebook page. And if you can have any question, you can ask us also on the page or on our website. So thank you.
Thank you, Taha. Now we'll be moving to Egypt. I guess we can go back to Algeria before moving to the next section.
If is here, I think we can start with the Jordan section. Okay.
Hello, my name is Summer. My name is Ala Jaradat from Jordan branch. I will talk about renewable and alternative energy in Jordan. Solar energy. Solar energy, like other forms of alternative energy, remains underutilized in Jordan. Decentralized photovoltaic units in rural and remote villages are currently used for lighting, water pumping, and other social services. In addition, about 15% of all households are equipped with solar water heating systems. Portable solar generators can be helpful in transforming the renewable energy landscape across Jordan. The solar energy potential in Jordan is enormous, as it lies within the solar belt of the world, with average solar radiation ranging between 5 and 7 kilowatt hour per meter squared, which implies a potential of at least 1,000 gigawatt hour per year annually. Wind energy. Jordanian's wind energy is a result of two factors: the increasing demand for electricity and the availability of wind energy resources. In the last 2 decades, economic sectors have grown substantially, and these improvements were accompanied by an increase in electricity demand. Electrical peak growth rate. The unpredictable wind speed is a barrier to using wind energy in power generation for several reasons. Firstly, the intermittent nature of wind makes it an unreliable source of power. Also, electrical power must be regulated to overcome fluctuations. DC batteries can be stored and then inverted to AC using inverters to convert voltage. This will increase the cost of generations. Geothermal energy. An updated assessment of geothermal energy sources in Jordan and their prospects for their future utilization and presented. Furthermore, a development strategy for geothermal energy in the country is proposed. The results show that Jordan has enormous underground energy resources in many parts of the country, in form of thermal underground hot water, having a temperature ranging from 20 degrees Celsius to 62 degrees Celsius. Hydroelectric power. The energy balance in Jordan is largely determined by combustible fuels. However, the country has many solar, wind, and oil shale resources, as well as large and small-scale hydropower projects. According to our analysis, there are at least 6 to 10 hydro potential sites in Jordan, western part, and 2 to 3 sites in eastern plateau, with a combined potential of more than 33 megawatts. 2 sites named King Talal Dam and Aqaba Thermal Power Plant have been developed to operational since the 1980s. An understanding of how much the scheme will cost is a major barrier to starting small-scale hydropower projects. Alternative energy. Jordan is one of the leading countries in the Middle East and North Africa region in renewable energy adoption and clean energy growth. Roughly 20% of the electricity grid is powered by solar or wind energy. Exceeding this percentage will be challenging for Jordan unless storage solutions are implemented. However, excess supply due to energy diversification efforts over the past decade and existing long-term gas supply contracts limits the opportunity for renewable over the immediate term. But the market should be monitored for opportunity over the medium term. The IEEE branch has the role of educating students about the latest developments in renewable energy in Jordan through its educational workshops and field visits. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan, for the presentation. We can go back to Algeria. Amine, if you would like to finish your presentation.
Yeah, sorry. I think our guest is having some network issues. I don't think he's able to be back. So as we said, let me share my screen first. The government of Algeria has committed to securing foreign investments and advanced energy technology partners to become a global competitor in the renewable energy marketplace. It has sought to expand the production of renewable resources such as solar, wind, biomass, geothermal, and hydropower, as part of the implementation of its energy transition roadmap based on renewable energy development and renewable energy development and energy efficiency promotion. First, Algeria, Sonatrach, and Eni, the Italian oil and gas company, jointly built a 10-megawatt solar plant in 2017. Sonatrach's 2030 vision calls for the installation of 1.3 gigawatt of solar generation capacity at the company's oil and gas sites, mainly to cover electricity needs and production sites. Moreover, one of the world's first hybrid power stations is located at Hasirmed, which combines a concentrated solar power array covering over 180,000 square meters, coupled with a gas turbine and a steam cycle plant, using natural gas as well as solar-generated steam. The plant started electricity production in June 2011. Algeria also has 13 hydropower plants, and they represent its third largest energy resource after natural gas and oil. Most of Algeria's hydropower plants are located in the northern parts of the country that benefit from high levels of rainfall. Moreover, Algeria has tremendous wind and geothermal potential as well. Its wind potential is forecast to be about 35 terawatt-hour per year. It built its first wind farm at Adrar with an installed capacity of 10 megawatt and with funding from state utility Sonalgas, and series of thermal springs in north-central Algeria, in locations such as Ouerssnes, Biban, and Kabylie hold promise for geothermal plants. In order to promote energy sustainability, IEEE student branch University of Boumerdès held and planned various activities, including online webinars with foreign professors to learn from their experience in the field, workshops and trainings for students and young professionals to learn about power technologies, as well as encouraging our members to participate in national and international events and competitions in the field of power and energy. We are planning to launch the first IEEE PS chapter in Algeria and create a community of power and energy students. Thank you, everyone, and I'll let you take it from here, Malak.
Thank you, Amine, for the presentation and all that.
I think all the speakers have said their words, so
yes, now I guess it's an open space for asking questions. So if you have any question or anything to ask the ambassadors about the presentation and all that, you are free to ask.
So anyone with any question?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you, Mr. Islam.
Yes, Ramadan Kareem, I just want to ask about the Egyptian branch. Is there anyone available here from the Egyptian branch?
I guess Tarek has a poor connection, so he couldn't join us today, but he will join us tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow the same time?
Yes, and also we will have special technical workshops about growing your career with IEEE PSYP, also about green hydrogen with Dr. Michael, and the smart grid technologies with Dr. Ashraf. So I hope you all join us and get the most of them.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Anyone with any question? So don't forget to join us tomorrow. We have special keynote speakers and special workshops, and to continue this REMENA gathering, I think with 1 p.m. GMT. I hope you all join us tomorrow and you can get benefit of this special workshops.
I guess if no one had any questions, I guess that's it. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for your presentation. Thank you for your presence and your time. We are going to finish the event. If you have any question, you can contact us or contact any of the ambassadors for more information. As you can see, they have put their links there. And thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and goodbye.